Hello, nerds. Welcome to a surprise pop-up about the Marvels and Kang Dynasty. We're going to talk a little possible spoilers here. So if you don't want to know anything about any of the up-and-coming Marvel MCU movies or TV shows, you can tune out now. If you do, and if you like what the content you're seeing here, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and recommend this to anybody. Send it to anybody. Okay, there's a leak, at least script leak, about the Marvels and how it all ties in to Kang Dynasty, the movie, and how this sets it up. There's a character played by Zoe Ashton called Elle Dan, but they're going to gender swap and make it a woman. The plot of the movie is that after the events of the Captain Marvel movie, she went back, as you saw in the movie, she killed the Supreme Intelligence, and she totally destroyed the Kree Empire and their dominance. So all this time, the Elle Dan character has been rebuilding the Kree dynasty, and that she's been using the other Bango that you saw in Miss Marvel.
Ooh.
And that Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, is seen as an enemy to the Kree. And that's sort of where the Bango, as we've seen, can go back in time, like we saw in the Miss Marvel show, and as we saw at the end, you can flip-flop and go through space, millions of miles away. And I guess Kang needs those. Rumor has it, Kang needs the two Bangles as a part of his powers going forward, a version of Kang.
Oh, snap.
And we know this ties into the 10 rings because the Bangle on Earth was found in a temple that had the 10 rings on the floor. So, guys, what do you think of this? And I do have more, but what do you think of that?
Okay. Well, so far it's not that bad. Pretty generic. To be honest, like you said, seems pretty predictable. Certain parts, like Kang needing the Bangles and whatnot. But the interesting part is the Elle Dan or whatever the name of the character is she Kree?
Yes. She is the one that has rebuilt the Kree Empire after Captain Marvel, after the events of the Marvels movies, basically destroyed the Kree Empire and let them go free. All the worlds that they had under their suppression become free.
Oh, that is very interesting then. Because it's predictable, but not too predictable when you think about it. Because, now, this is where I'm going. That's in outer space, right? Mm-hmm. So that's in different planets. And the fact that Kang knows about all this, is very interesting. It's very interesting. And the fact that he needs that, now, you could start speculating about stuff because then if you mentioned how you call that, the 10 rings, right?
Right.
Wasn't at the end of Shang-Chi, the first movie, wasn't the 10 rings getting a signal from outer space?
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff that you could honestly tie it with. So even though the plot sounds kind of generic, it's not that predictable. It looks like it could give you some. It looks like it could give you a nice curve at the end, and I like that. Now, question: I thought that the Bangle would switch with. Now, I don't know if they confirmed that. I'm just stating what I thought that the Bangles did. I thought that the Bangles switch place with the person that has the other Bangle.
No,
that's what I thought.
No,
and that's what I thought. That's why Captain Marvel switched with Miss Marvel.
No, in the comics, they're based on the Negabands, and you wore them at the same time, both of them, and you switched with only one person. Now they haven't confirmed if these are the Negabands or the Quantum Bands or both, because the quantum bands and the nega bands are different in the comics. So we don't know what these are substituting for, or if they're going to take the place of both at the same time.
Can it be that they're the quantum band because the quantum realm and whatnot? I'm just saying, because could it be that that's why that can was there to get more energy? Because he's like, oh, wait a minute, if I could do so much with the bangles, imagine if I could do with the whole freaking source. And he goes to the quantum realm? Like, I don't know.
Again,
there's a lot
that's a possibility that we don't know until they actually answer that. But this is, I'm going based off of alleged plot leaks for the Marvels movie and how it sets up Kang Dynasty and how it ties into Loki and Quantumania.
What do you think, Sleepy?
Well, as a non-Marvel comic reader, I don't think I can give my opinion on this. No,
True.
I'm down with it. I mean, like you said, it does seem pretty predictable, but it doesn't seem like it would be too bad. It'd be nice, simplistic, so they can go about it as hard as they could. I mean, Marvel is known for taking complicated things and destroying them. So if we give them something easy like that, they can't really break it, right?
But at the same time, there's a lot of possibility. Tony, do you know there's a lot of possibilities here?
Oh, there's
more. Possibilities.
I have more.
Now, we're going to continue that, but the fact that the Kree are around is something really interesting.
Well, remember, the Kree never went away in the comics. Neither did the Shi'ar, and neither did the Skrulls. So
but everybody's still around. But in the MCU, we thought there was no more Kree.
No. She sent Ronan Day back to the Kree back in the early 2000s to warn him that she's around and she's going to, be a new justice in the galaxy. She never said she was going back to destroy the Kree.
Okay.
So that, it's already been established. And we know the Skrulls, who were thought of as good guys, are now on Earth trying to take over in the Secret Invasion show. And we always thought the Skrulls were the good guys. And now they're the bad guys again. But we also have good guys. You know what I mean?
Just like humans.
Right.
Okay, well, proceed with, delight us more with this, right? We want more.
Ending of the movie. Captain Marvel, Photon, Monica Rambeau, has realized her full power set, sees an incursion coming. The only way to stop it is for her to fly and try to seal up this hole that is there. She does that, but in doing so, gets trapped on the other side. So she stopped the incursion, but she's trapped on that version of the world. Now, which universe, because I can always see the thoughts going in your head, is she trapped in? Is she trapped in the 838, where her mother is Captain Marvel, a version of, or another universe, a la the Fox universe, or another verse a la the Fantastic Four universe, either one of them? Which universe is she trapped in?
Gecko?
Something's coming. Come on, give it to us.
I see where this could possibly go. It could possibly go, and this is just me out there. I no research, no nothing. She ends up in a different universe. We don't know what. She ends up with Doctor Strange and Clea in Doctor Strange's movie.
So wrong.
You don't think so? Different dimension.
She ends up in the Ultimate Universe. Who's in the Ultimate Universe? Miles Morales.
No.
Miles Morales.
You think so?
Dude, they've already hinted at Miles Morales in Homecoming.
Oh, I don't
this
think
is the
Miles right, though.
Why not? Why not? This is the perfect way to bring. Remember, you're going to
They'll
remember.
underpower him, of course. They're gonna nerf the fuck out of him.
How can you nerf the fuck? I mean, he's got damn near the same powers as Spider-Man. He's just younger.
Yeah, that is true.
He's pretty
He
much
actually got some
Spider-Man.
pretty cool.
He's
cool
just
pool sets,
he's just
to be
a
honest.
different race and a smaller, different set of powers. But remember, just because she's in that universe, you still have 20 or 30 more projects before you have to actually introduce her. Remember, according to the leaks, in Kang Dynasty, the Avengers are going to lose. A group of Avengers, we don't know which 5 or 6, are going to go into the multiverse and, like the What If comic, assemble a multiverse version of Avengers to fight Kang and his army. So you're going to see some of the Fox characters in there. You're going to see some of the dead characters in there. You're going to see some of the reimagined characters, a la the Tom Cruise and whatnot characters, come together to fight Kang, led by He Who Remains before he becomes He Who Remains. So bringing in Miles, that doesn't really mean they fucked it up. Because remember, in the Miles Morales universe, Peter Parker died.
Yeah.
So he is the legit Spider-Man. And remember, the video game Miles Morales is the comic book Miles Morales. It's pretty accurate.
No, it is true. It is true, Tony. With the multiverse, you can't really fuck up nothing.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, people could bitch about that. Oh, well, guess what? That wasn't the real one. Like, look at right now, John Krasinski might not be the real, he might be at one of the Mr. Fantastic, but he ain't going to be the...
Right. Yeah,
Mr.
but you could always,
Fantastic.
like, his wife doesn't really want to do it, but in a Secret Wars Battle World movie, she could come in as a one-off and die and get that sort of cameo out of the way.
Because that's what people want.
True.
Right. Remember, Captain Carter's from the animated What If, but they brought her into live action. And she has already said, Haley Atwell, that's not the Captain Marvel she wants to play. So she wants to come back and be the actual What If Captain Marvel and do the action and all of that.
There's a lot of possibilities with the multiverse, man.
You got to remember, Scarlet Witch is not dead.
No, and the fact, like I said, like Tony said, she ended up in the Ultimate. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility she ended up teaming with Clea and Dr. Strange. It's a possibility she ends up in another universe. Like with the X-Men, with the Fox characters. Like there's so many possibilities, and the proper way to see this is just letting it go, because you could. All of us that, we do YouTube and whatnot, we're all predicting this and that and whatnot. Some people are going to get it correct. Some people are not going to get it correct. And at the end of the day, remember, they could change everything. So it's just a weird thing with the multiverse. Now, I like that incursion thing. Mm-hmm. I like that, the whole incursion, that I'm liking that. The fact that they're already teasing it right away, like, oof. Now, are we going to get the incursion in Ant-Man? We're going to have to wait and see this. It all depends what happens with Ant-Man, man.
They see it in Ant-Man, and then that's when she runs up in the Marvels movie, and it syncs timelines, and boom, see you.
But think about it. We're also going to do time travel in the Deadpool movie. We know the TVA and Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, is going to be in there. And you know how Deadpool had his own Secret Wars storyline, which was totally crazy.
The Secret Wars?
Yeah, done the actual Deadpool way. So it's going to be nuts. So,
Deadpool makes sense. The fact that he got that like that, makes sense. Because remember, he kept Cable's time thing, so he makes sense.
True.
Man, I just can't wait to start seeing what happens at Ant-Man. We'll start getting more answers, or
a lot more questions.
I think we're going to get more questions.
I think so too.
I think the movie's just going to be like leave us like, damn. Instead of, I'm not saying in a bad way, but like, what if they do this and what if they do that? But then they go here, then they go here, and we'll walk out with so many questions.
Because all the post-credit things that we have talked about. Now, right now, you're telling me that
questions.
Right now, you give me the Monica Rambeau, right?
No. That's the end of the movie. That's not a post-credit. That's the end of the movie. They haven't revealed the post-credit.
Oh shit! Okay.
And
Damn.
And the best part is that's July. That's not next year. That's coming this year.
July this year?
Yes. So it's not like we gotta wait a year. It's not like, Captain America or the Thunderbolts. We get that answer this year. So we're maybe
Sleepy?
We're 6 months away from that. So think about it. Starting next week, Marvel begins. We've joked about other things. Starting next week, Thursday, Marvel begins for the rest of the year. So there isn't going to be a lot of time to be answered because I think right a couple of weeks or around the same time, we'll know Sunday when Secret Invasion debuts. And that post-credit is also supposed to tie into Kang.
Ooh.
The end of that ties into Kang. So, and then right after Secret Invasion and, Guardians of Secret Invasion, we get the Marvels. So we're getting all this together. So
welcome to phase 2, buddies.
It's going to get ramped up for Kang.
I like that.
Small things are going to tie in. But if the Monica Rambeau end of the movie is an incursion, what the fuck are the post credits?
Ooh,
that's a good one. That's what I'm saying. I'm over here thinking like, damn, what's the end credits now? It has to be Kang related, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring it up again. What if we get the Council of Kangs?
In which movie? Ant-Man?
I'm gonna have to resuscitate both.
No. Think about it. Before the end of the year, we have 3 movies. What if one of those post-credit scenes is Council of Kangs? Boom. Boom.
Give me CPR.
Yeah. You're going to have to drive, Sleepy.
Yeah.
You're going to have to drive.
Okay. Sleepy will drive. I got y'all.
Because me and Tony are going to be like,
yeah. Like, because it's like I said, they gave us a possibility of 4 post-credits. The Council of Kangs is the best one. If I can get that before the end of the year, I'm good. It don't have to be in Ant-Man. It don't have to be in Guardians of Marvel. Give it to me in one of those movies. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Or TV show. I don't care where you give it to me.
The
Just
TV
give
show.
it to me.
Yeah. Because the second that happens, I know we got our hopes up in 3 other movies, but if that happens in a theater, the nerds in that theater, which will be 70% of the theater, are going to go nuts. When we saw the Multiverse of Madness trailer at the end of Spider-Man, the theater went nuts. And we were explaining to guys, what's that version of Doctor Strange? You need to go back and watch the What If series because these guys hadn't seen it. And that'll explain to you who that Doctor Strange was in that trailer. So if you give me that type of ending, I'm good. Because I expect Quantumania to be good, but just set up more questions. I don't expect it to answer anything. I just expect it to give me more questions. I expect the Guardians and the Marvels to give me more questions leading into Kang Dynasty.
Mm.
Like the other ones, the Captain Americas, that'll be different. But these 3, think about it, are set up interestingly with a quantum realm movie and 2 space-based movies. They put these in the same year for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They put Secret Invasion out this year, space-based characters out this year for a reason.
Time and space.
Right. So this means something.
Because next year we're going for my more street base, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And there's probably some MacGuffin on Earth that they're fighting over, a la this very strange thing sitting in the Indian Ocean that's just sticking up. And Kang's tech looks an awful lot like Celestial tech as well. So, but that'll be next year.
But we won't know about that till next year.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So, deuces, nerds.